All right, guys, so here's Bukayo Saka's statement. It's not a coincidence that the first statement was by Marcus Rashford, the second statement by Sancho, and now the third statement by Saka, because that's the order in which they missed the penalties for England in that rigged shootout. So obvious. So obvious. And people who believe Saka typed this up are a little bit stupid. It's so funny. Somebody left me a comment saying I deserve to go to jail for the videos that I'm putting out. It's like, really? Saka, Rashford, Sancho, Southgate, those people deserve to go to jail. Boris Johnson, not me, the guy who's just basically speaking truth. So like I said again, first statement from Rashford, he misses the first penalty. Second statement from Sancho, he missed the second penalty. And now we have this third statement from Saka, who missed the third and decisive penalty. People calling him a king, a hero, it's embarrassing. I'm probably a better footballer than this guy. Honestly, if you're going to still watch the Premier League next season, just watch somebody like Saka. Tell me how good they really are. Again, watch Harry Kane. Do player cam on Harry Kane. Tell me how good that guy is. Oh, but look at his goal scoring record. I don't care. It means nothing. So I'm going to read out this statement. I have stayed away from social media for a few days to spend time with my family and reflect on the last few weeks. This message won't do it justice how grateful I am for all the love that I have received, and I feel that I need to thank everyone who has supported me. It was an honour to be part of an England squad that leads by example. Okay, all right, mate. They are brothers for life. Remember in my last video, Sancho said brothers as well. I said brothers equals 42, which is one of the words in connection to racism. So brothers, like brotherhood, like Rashford said, brotherhood, Masonic brotherhood. Brothers for life. And I'm grateful for everything that I have learned from every one of the players and staff who worked so hard to deceive. To help that team reach our first final in 55 years, seeing my family in the crowd, knowing what they've given up to help me get there, yeah, I probably sacrificed a lot, if you know what I mean. That meant everything to me. Again, you get to a final, it means nothing. Unless you're going to win a tournament, honestly, getting to the final, it means nothing. You're the first loser in my book. I'm very competitive. I've got to many finals, won a lot, I've lost some as well. And getting to a final honestly means absolutely nothing unless you win it in sport. That's the reality for me. So these guys are heroes for getting to a final and not being good enough to finish off the job. It's not heroic in my eyes. There are no words to tell you how disappointed I was with the result and my penalty. Again, pretty much the same thing Rashford and Sancho said. There are no words, then why are you writing this statement, mate, if there's no words? I really believed we should win this for you. I'm sorry that we couldn't bring it home for you this year, but I promise you that we will give everything we've got to make sure this generation knows how it feels to win. England have a shot for the World Cup, guys. If you watch one of my recent videos, they definitely have a shot. And I won't be shocked if Rashford, Sancho and Saka are playing in that World Cup. My reaction post-match said it all. I was hurting so much and I felt like I'd let you all and my England family down. But I can promise you this, I will not let that moment or the negativity that I've received this week break me. I know you won't, because you know it was all set up for this to happen. Deep down, you probably know racism, it's not really a thing. So you don't get hurt by it, because you know we're all one, because you're part of the Masonic Brotherhood. You've been illuminated by knowledge and you're deceiving the masses. So yeah, if you think Saka, Rashford and Sancho are going online and reading these comments and crying about it, then you don't have a clue. For those who have campaigned on my behalf and sent me heartfelt letters, wished me and my family well, I'm so thankful. This is what football should be about. Passion. People of all races, genders, religions and backgrounds coming together with one shared joy of the roller coaster of football. Again, they're pushing this whole equality movement. People don't see through that either. Equality, they want everybody to be the same because they want us to be robots. It's a lot easier to control when everybody's the same, has the same way of thinking. And unfortunately, the majority of people do think the same way because they believe whatever the media tells them. Got girls on my Instagram posting stuff about England. They don't know anything about football, but they're being taken in by it because I'm sure they're probably talking about it on Loose Women and BBC and stuff like that. So they get taken in by it even though they don't know anything about football and don't care about football. And they'll have their little barbecues with their families. So they'll be like, oh, this tournament has really brought us all together. Why can't you do those things without football, guys? Why can't you hang out with your family and friends without it being a football game? Got my friends back home. They only ever meet up and hang out when there's a big football game or a big sporting event. Other than that, they never ever hang out. You know what I mean? They don't randomly say, you know what, let's just go to the park, let's hang out. There has to be a sports game involved. And that's tragic. And the people saying to me, it's so weird that you don't watch professional sports anymore. What's wrong with you? Are you okay? I am better than ever that I don't watch these rigged sports. I get more joy from bringing the deceivers down. To the social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, which are all owned by the Jesuit order, guys, to be honest. And again, look into Israel. Look into Israel in regards to technology and who owns all these platforms. I don't want any child or adult to have to receive the hateful and hurtful messages that me, Marcus, and Jaden have received this week. I knew instantly the kind of hate that I was about to receive. Yeah, of course you did. You're just part of the game. And that is a sad reality that your powerful platforms are not doing enough to stop these messages. Guys, they want to basically turn us all into robots where we can't have an opinion. Yes, if you're racist towards these players, it's disgusting. But if you want to call them out, we should be able to call them out. In reality, you should pretty much be able to say whatever you want. And if people can't handle it, they need to have a word with themselves. Okay? If you get criticised, take it. And especially the money these players are supposedly getting. If people want to hammer them, they can. And I've heard multiple athletes say, well, it's part and parcel of the game to receive criticism. Yeah, it is. When I played semi-pro, if I made a mistake, the fans at the side would scream at me and I'd be like, all right, I'll make sure that doesn't happen again. Or I'd have a bit of banter with them. But yeah, guys, what they're going to do next, just get rid of all these platforms or limit what you can post so everyone's just posting what photos of the dogs or their food. It'll only be like positive messages that you can post, which sounds great, doesn't it, guys? But it's not, because people need calling out. People like Saka and Rashford and Sancho, they need calling out online. I've left a few comments, nothing hateful on their platforms, nothing hateful whatsoever. They got removed. My account, they said, any more comments like this, we'll remove your account. It's like, what? Like, I didn't even put anything super negative. Definitely didn't put anything racist. Let's finish this last paragraph. There is no place for racism or hate of any kind in football or in any area of society. I agree with that. And to the majority of people coming together to call out the people sending these messages, again, it's probably bots or Masons or Jesuits. It's probably their family members. This is what they do. This is how sick these people are in the head. I think there'll be very few people who are sending these messages or who are dumb enough to send these messages, to be honest. Genuine people. By taking action and reporting these comments to the police and by driving out the hate, by being kind to one another, we will win. Love always wins. Bukayo Saka. By the way, guys, somebody like Bob Marley, he was a Jesuit agent. Okay, great music, but he was a Jesuit agent, just playing his role. They'll plant them in the music industry, in Hollywood, professional sports. Okay? And it always looks like they're nice people. Like here, people are thinking, this 19-year-old boy, this is an amazing statement. He's bringing the nation together. He's fighting for the right to get rid of discrimination and hate. So how long do we give it, guys? A year before he gets an MBE? Probably all three of them. Probably all three of them will get an award at the same time. And for what? Missing a penalty. And making very little impact in the tournament. These are just footballers, guys, running around the field. And remember, Marcus Rashford is in the top 100 influential people in the world right now, according to Times magazine. Guys, the guy can barely talk. And we're supposed to idolize this guy for playing football and supposedly wanting people to get free school dinners. I've just done a video on that and how ritualistic it is and why he was chosen to be the puppet for all of that. So again, guys, 3 statements. First one by Rashford, who missed the first penalty. Second one by Sancho, who missed the second penalty. And now we have the third one by Saka, who missed the third penalty. It's time to see through this, guys. Get rid of your TV, stop watching professional sports. It's probably hard to tell your kids. I don't know how you tell your kids this without breaking the heart. But don't be buying these kids shirts with people like Sancho on the back and spending 70 quid on it. Again, should we really be getting shirts with other people's names on the back? It's almost as bad as wearing Calvin Klein boxers with the name of another guy. But I just knew this was coming. It's funny, people left me comments. Look at this. How many are doing this heart symbol? And Christian Eriksen goes down with a cardiac arrest. This is a Masonic symbol, clearly. He does it, Gareth Bale does it, Di Maria does it, and you think it's just about love? No, it's not. This is what they do. This is what they do. Saka, we're so proud. You represent England. Your talent and courage are inspirational. At just 19, you played for England in the Euros and contributed to your team getting so far. Everything is on course for an exceptional future for you. Believe it, believe in you, have faith. Yeah, he's probably going to have a great season next season, like all 3 of them. Stepped up to take that penalty. He got told he had to take it, guys. He didn't step up. We love you. I can't stand these people, guys. I can't. My back's getting tense. Chosen, he knew here. He knew here where his future was going. They know, guys. When you hear these celebrities say, I was born for this, they know. And if they have any type of athletic ability, guys, they can make it. And if they're just training every single day, they know that whatever happens, they're going to get the next contract. They're not playing with pressure. When I was playing at a professional club, every training was pressure. Honestly, every single training session was pressure. Somebody like Saka, I can have a half-assed practice here. I know I'm going to get that next contract. Got to realise that, guys. You'll bounce back. Our star boy. Oh, guys, I just want to say I can't stand Gary Lineker. I watched an interview with him. Guys, the actors. Keep your head up, ignore the haters. Look, the fact you missed a penalty and you instantly thought about the racist abuse you'll get shows how messed up this country is. I would be thinking about my country and that I've just missed this penalty. Even if I was black, I wouldn't be thinking about the colour of my skin. I'd be thinking, oh my word, I got selected for my country. I know how important this is. I'm the guy who missed the penalty. My skin colour won't come into it. But he knew what would happen after this game. Credit to your country. How? How is it? How's he a credit to his country? Ian Wright's another one I can't stand, guys. Ian Wright. Look into him. And look into Rocastle, his best friend who died out of nowhere. The GOAT. They're calling Saka the GOAT at 19. the GOAT like the Baphomet. Alright guys, so there we have it. That's all 3 statements now. I'm hoping more and more people are watching my videos and connecting the dots. Remember those books when you were younger, you had to connect the dots? Well, more and more people need to start connecting dots, guys. Because what I'm presenting right now is pretty much undeniable. These people are not heroes. They're not legends. Okay? And they're basically part of brotherhoods. They're Masonic agents fulfilling their role for the Freemasons. Remember, it was the Freemasons who established the FA. The first Freemasonic Lodge was established in 1717 in London. The Masons run professional football, guys. And that's a fact. So there you have it, guys. Like I said, you can either go take a knee for these players, or you can stand up and try and bring these clowns down like I am.